Now, flexible seating. We definitely have something very unique here. As you can see, we have a bench seat, and you can actually take out the center seat and turn it into captain's chairs. Now, I know it looks a little bit scary because it's small right there, and you're thinking that your butt would never fit there, but I promise you, if you could take a look at this today, when you sit on this, you're actually sitting on all 3 seats. It's actually very comfortable, and we engineered this because the chief engineer was actually speaking to a lady in Southern California who said, I would love to have my children be able to have their separate space, because you know they like to bite and kick and all that while they're in the car, but I also need that capability where I can fit other passengers in the vehicle. And the other thing that she wanted was that the kids could get into the 3rd row by themselves. So she was saying if there was any possible way that they could just, open the door and get into that 3rd row seat and I'm getting in the car at the same time, that would be really helpful. So that's exactly what we've done here. You fold down this 2nd seat. You open up this little cubby hole here, and inside the cubby hole is a tray, like a center console tray that has cup holders and lids that open so you could store stuff. You take that tray out, and you simply put the seat inside of the cubby hole. Now, an item, Brian was talking about customer first. A couple of items that we've added, and I'll show you some more throughout the day when we're outside, but the chief engineer just added simple instructions because there is a latch that you need to know to unhook back here, and if you can't find it, then you simply have your instructions here. So you slide the seat inside of here, and then you can choose to install the center console or you can leave it out. And if you were to leave it out, this is the captain's chairs with the pass-through. So a child could easily get through there. All right, so some other flexibility options. We have a one-step walk-in feature. What we heard was it is really hard for children to operate seats with these levers, and a lot of the seats tumble forward, and it's kind of difficult. So we have a lever here and a lever here. You simply just press that lever and it slides and it folds forward for you in one step. We've increased this track by almost an inch, so it's a little easier to get inside of the 3rd row. Now the seats, they recline independently of each other, and they also fold completely flat, as you see here. Now, one great feature is if you want to fold down those 2nd row seats, and you're in the back, and you have your arms full, and now we have added this lever right here where you could just simply fold the seats completely flat. So you can pull the left or the right, or you pull them together, and they literally just flop down completely flat. And this is what it looks like. Piece of cake. Something else that we've added, before with our 3rd row seats, you had to, in the headrest, you had to push the button in and push the headrest down or take them completely out. But now we've added this tether right here. When you pull this tether, the 3rd row seat headrest just fold completely flat. Makes it a piece of cake. Now, before we go on, I wanted to show you a couple of items. Again, customer first items. Instructions. In case you can't figure it out, there's instructions right on the seat there for you. And also, we noticed that for especially shorter people, when the seats were folded flat, it was hard to actually reach all the way in there and pull them forward, and you're getting dirty from your bumper and all of that. So now we've added this tether. You literally just barely reach in and you can pull the seat up. So this is what it looks like with the headrest folded down, like I was mentioning before. And then again, you simply fold the 3rd row right into the floor, nice and flat. Tilt and telescopic steering is standard on all 5 of our grades, so you have that up, down, in, out adjustment for different lengths of arms. Some of our comfort and convenience features. We have our manual climate control. Like I said earlier, really easy to use, 3 large knobs, piece of cake. Automatic climate control, what this means is that the driver has control of their temperature and the passenger has control of their temperature. Now, looking in the rear, you can get your manual rear climate control. That comes with the manual up front. And then you also have automatic rear climate control, which comes with the automatic front climate control. And what this actually means is that you have 3-zone climate control. The driver has control, the passenger has control, and then the rear passengers have control. There's actually 2 separate AC units in the car. So there's one up front, of course, and then there's one right back here. Now, if you notice in the headliner, this is where the vents are, so each person in the back has their own vent they can control. In order to control the temperature in the back, it's just on the back center console that the second row seat people will control. For our audio system, this is our base 6-speaker audio system. All of our audio systems come standard with the input jack to play an MP3 player. And also we have MP3 and WMA capability, meaning that you can burn a disc with 200 MP3 files on it, and our system will play that. Now you can upgrade to the 6CD 6-speaker audio system. You can upgrade to the JBL Premium 6CD 9-speaker audio system. And with this JBL Premium system, you actually can get Bluetooth, so you don't necessarily have to have our navigation system in order to get the Bluetooth. How it works is that there is a button on the steering wheel that has, looks like someone's talking. You simply press and hold that, and this wonderful lady comes on and she walks you through the whole system, how to set up your Bluetooth. Now, when you upgrade to the JBL Premium with navigation, of course, you also get Bluetooth. And most of you are probably really familiar with Bluetooth, but just a real quick recap on it. It's a completely hands-free telephone system. You can make a phone call through your phone. You can make a phone call through your address book, which is inside of your screen here. Or you can actually make a voice tag where you program someone's phone number, you program your own voice saying, "Call Bob," and whenever you want to call Bob, you simply press the speaker button on your steering wheel, and you just say the name, and it will go ahead and dial the number for you. You can program 20 of those into this system. Now, when you get navigation, you also get a rear view backup camera. And this is a wonderful system. Of course, you want to make sure that there's nothing behind you, but you can also see by yourself to hook up or tow something. And this vehicle will tow 5,000 pounds, and the hybrid will tow 3,500 pounds. Now, let's say you don't want to spend the money to get navigation. Well, our vehicles come with a backup camera in the 3.5-inch multi-information display. This is standard on all of the vehicles except for the base gas model. Okay, so you're literally getting this with every vehicle except for that one vehicle. So again, if you put it into reverse, you can see this little camera here, this little screen. It's very clear. It's small, but it's very clear. Now, if you do have navigation, and of course you'll have the screen, it will come up on your navigation screen rather than the small screen. Oh, and that's just showing it here. So, of course, if you have navigation, this multi-information screen will just be blank at that point, and it will come up right in the larger screen. So what else is in this multi-information screen? We have a lot of stuff in here. When you turn the car on, it does a system check. It literally checks for any kind of diagnostic trouble codes, anything wrong with your vehicle. If there's something wrong, it will tell you what's wrong, what you need to do, and most likely it will tell you to take it to the Toyota dealership. We also have in here our climate control system. So when I was talking about the 3-zone, you can see here this is the driver temperature, the rear temperature, and the passenger temperature. We have our miles per gallon after refueling, your current miles per gallon, your cruising range after refill, your average again, and your distance. And then something cool here, we have what we call our 5 previous trips, and what that means is that you will actually see your average miles per gallon the last 5 times you drove. And when I say trip, that means when you cycle the key on and off, that starts another trip. So there's a lot of people out there that like to calculate, and so this is the screen for them. We have rear seat entertainment that's available. This is a 9-inch screen. It comes with 2 wireless headsets, so that you can not listen to Barney for 40 hours straight. You can have your kids just listen to it themselves, or you can play it through your speaker system.